Hi guys, this is ShyGamerMaile, and welcome to episode 5 of my Let's Play of Trauma Center Second Opinion. So last time we had our first run-in with the antagonist of this game, and it's a disease called guilt, which I think Hoffman, or one of the other surgeons, said was a man-made illness that's been terrorizing the world, and all of Guilt's victims supposedly so far, with the exception of Linda Reed, who we treated last time, have died of this illness. So now Derek had to make the decision whether or not he wanted to join Caduceus, this brand new sort of medical entity that's at the forefront of cutting-edge medical technology, and they're supposedly going to join the fight against guilt, I guess. So, in the last episode, for the greater good, Derek decided to finally transfer from Hope Hospital to Caduceus. So today, we are going to do a couple story episodes and some operations centered on Derek's new time in Caduceus. So let's start with episode 1 of chapter 3, called New Beginnings. Episode 1, Chapter 3, New Beginnings. Today should be Derek's first day with Caduceus. Are you worried? I wouldn't say worried. We're down one doctor and one assistant. It won't be easy to operate with 2 of our best people gone. Derek has potential, but he's far from perfect. I wasn't about to send him to Caduceus without an assistant he's comfortable with. Besides, Caduceus is supposed to help us find replacement staff. I see. Still, I didn't expect Styles to be the selfless humanitarian type. Do you think he'll be able to handle the pressure? I suppose we'll find out. He's going to be surprised. I didn't get a chance to tell him about Sydney. So we're finally moving locations from Hope to Caduceus. Caduceus, an international organization seeking to eradicate disease. Caduceus USA is the American branch. There are additional branches in Europe and Japan. The US branch specializes in researching anti-infection measures. It was originally established in 1980 as a top-secret offshoot of HHS, the Department of Health and Human Services. Since the organization went international, the central agency was renamed Caduceus USA. They are authorized to act on their own, outside of government protocols. Derek Styles, you may come in now. Hello. Huh? Welcome to Caduceus USA, Derek. It's nice to meet you. I'm Sydney Casel, the Director of U.S. Operations. My brothers told me a lot about you. I'm glad you decided to accept our offer. Sydney Casel, age 35, Chief Director of Caduceus. He dedicated his life to the study of clinical medicine after his wife died of a tragic illness. Oh yeah, I think Dr. Casel mentioned having a brother. It was an honor to even be considered for this position. Angie Thompson, would you come in as well? Yes, sir. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, too. You're young, but I hear you're hardworking and sharp as a tack. I look forward to seeing what you both can do here at Caduceus. Thank you, sir. I'll do my best. The Secretary of Health and Human Services should be here. The Secretary of Health and Human Services should be here shortly. When I told him you were both coming today, he insisted on stopping by. He's in charge around here, so I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot of him. Right this way, Mr. Secretary. Congratulations, Derek, Angie. I'm Richard Anderson. Well, perhaps it would be more appropriate to thank the both of you. Richard Anderson, current Secretary of Health and Human Services. After a long career in politics, he became the Executive Director of Caduceus. Thank you for accepting such a dangerous job. I'm told that operating on guilt puts the surgeon at risk too, and we still have no idea who's responsible for spreading it. But from what I hear about you two, you're up to the task. Scientific advances, DNA treatments, changing social environments. We live in challenging times, and it's our responsibility to research and develop treatments that ensure the stability of world health. What this means is, I'm pleased to have you both on board. I hope you'll do your best and take your work seriously. Yes, sir. Caduceus, USA conference room. And this is Dr. Clarks, our resident surgical expert. Oh, I wouldn't say expert. There's always room for improvement. Stephen Clarks, age 42. Caduceus is chief surgeon. He has a wife and 2 children. His kind demeanor has been a blessing and comfort to many patients. Nice to meet you. I'm Stephen Clarks, or Stephen Clarks. Nice to meet you, Dr. Clarks. This is our anesthesiologist, Dr. Myers. The name's Sybil. Nice to meet you. Sybil Myers, a well-respected anesthesiology specialist. She used to be a police officer, but left the force to practice medicine. She's intelligent and very spirited. She kept her old name from the force, Iron Vixen. You're from Hope Hospital, right? Isn't that Greg Casel's office? Do you know him? We went to med school together. He's helped me in a lot of ways. I'm actually the only person here who knew Sydney was his younger brother. Anyway, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Of course, it's nice to meet you. Some of our staff aren't here today, so you'll have to meet them later. Think this will lighten our workload? Doubt it. Have you taken a look at the list of incoming patients? Oh well. Have you guys been working with a lot of patients here? The public isn't aware of this yet, but we're on the verge of an outbreak. Congress recently voted in favor of giving us a budget increase, but that won't be good enough. At any rate, we won't need you to start treating patients until tomorrow. So, for today, let's get all that paperwork out of the way. Sounds good. Sheesh, who knew filling out employment forms could be so tiring? It's pretty late. Yeah. Hey, why'd you come to Caduceus anyway? Does it matter? Well, I was just curious why you decided to join too. Dr. Casel recommended me. That's not what I meant. Before, it seemed like you knew something about guilt, so... Does it have anything to do with your father's disappearance? Not really. Caduceus has the newest technology and research material. I wanted to be here, on the front line of modern medicine. It's the same as you wanting to become a master surgeon. I want to be a master assistant. That's really all there is to it. I guess that makes sense. We'll work hard, together. The potassium chloride's ready, so if we increase the sedative... Huh? It sounds like someone's on the phone. Derek? Sorry, gotta run. Yeah, I'll get back to you, dude. No way. Tyler? No way! No way! You seriously work here now? Tyler Chase, a surgeon at Caduceus. He went to med school with Derek. Tyler's very optimistic and tries to keep everyone in a good mood. Yeah, I started today. I must say, it's very much a pleasure to meet your gorgeous assistant. My name is Angie Thompson. Nice to meet you. Man, I heard him say the new guy's name was Styles, but this rocks! I didn't think you were adventurous enough to join Caduceus. And, I mean, you weren't exactly an A student, man. But everyone here's been hyping you as a highly skilled surgeon. Well, what? Nobody told me anything about that. I don't want people expecting too much from me right away. Well, you have a pretty good track record so far, Dr. Styles. People can change a lot in 3 years, you know? What about you? You were probably one of the top 5 in our class. I guess you can see for yourself, Good luck, man. We ought to throw you a party or something. See ya. I can't believe Tyler works here. Oh, sorry. Tyler's a friend of mine from med school. Yeah, I kind of figured that out. He was the professor's favorite, so I guess I assumed he'd still be taking classes. Potassium chloride, huh? I wonder if he's doing animal testing. Alright, here is our first operation. Guilt. So let's continue. Episode 2. Episode 2, Guilt. Several guilt victims are currently hospitalized here at Caduceus. We obviously need to treat them ASAP, but we don't know how. So at the moment, we're trying to slow the disease's progression. I had a lot of trouble operating on guilt as well. Today's patient is similar to your previous experience with guilt. I watched the video footage of your surgery at Hope, but you moved so quickly, I couldn't tell what was going on. I'm looking forward to see you in action today. Let's see what you got, buddy. I don't need any more pressure, thanks. Dr. Myers will handle the anesthesia. No problem. Myers is a tough chick, Derek. If you screw this up, don't expect her to ever work with you again. Stop trying to scare the newbie, Chase. This is a difficult operation, and we don't have any room for mistakes. Do your best, kid. You got it. So, Jack Reyes, positive chiral reaction, Kiriaki bodies detected. Immediate removal is required to prevent further complications. So, Kiriaki is the stuff that Linda Reed had, the little, I don't know what to call them. They kind of look like bats to me. They make the cuts within the organs, and they cause you to hemorrhage terribly. I'll be briefing you on the procedures for this operation. Today's patient is a guilt victim who was brought here 3 days ago. Derek, you've actually operated on this exact strain already, so there's different types of guilt, so this is the first strain. It was called Kiriaki, wasn't it? Correct. This guilt hides inside organs while attacking their tissue. Removing it, however, should be just like removing any parasite. We wanted a simple case to evaluate your abilities. There's only one objective in this procedure. Remove the Kiriaki. I'll leave the exact details of the operation to your discretion. Show us your talent, Dr. Stiles. Yes, sir.
Let's begin the operation.
Okay, let's begin the operation. Okay.
Let's begin.
Let's get vitals up first. We saw how much it devastated Linda's vitals last time. Get vitals all the way up, disinfect, and cut like always, guys.
Doctor!
Let's go for the big cuts first. We're gonna pinch these closed. Suture them up.
Well done!
Let's get vitals up a little bit because I know that suturing this last cut up is gonna trigger an event.
We've located the guilt!
Okay, there's one. Dig it out. Hit it a couple times with the laser. Heal stuff up a little bit here. Okay, there should be 2 more, I think. There's one. Here. Where's the next one? There you are. Rascal. 2. There's another one, apparently, somewhere around here. I can't see it, guys. I'm just gonna see. I can't. Boost things up a little.
Doctor!
Here's our last one. Whoops. Need to hit it about 3 times. There you are. Gotcha. And we're done. Let's get the Metagel on. Suture stuff up. Get vitals up. See how much damage the guilt does in comparison to the previous procedures we've done? It's very much a race of speed and trying to keep the vitals up. We're good. Pretty little easy operation in comparison to what's in store for us in the future here at Caduceus, guys. Let's see how we did. Master Surgeon, not bad. Unbelievable. He's still got a lot to learn, but that was incredible. Styles finished 30 minutes earlier than we estimated. Hopefully, the patient will recover quickly as well. Heh, looks like times have changed. The darkness within is our next operation. Or, well, story episode. Today is going to be very story heavy, guys. Episode 3, Darkness Within. Hey Tyler, you around? Where could he be? I didn't think he had any patients today. Huh? Is this a new thesis? I guess he still finds time for academics after all. Netherlands, Utrecht, euthanasia. Why would he keep a euthanasia thesis in his files? Oh, there's a letter. Thank you, doctor. Because of you, my husband finally found peace. What the? We'll bring that up at the next conference then. Crap, he's coming back. Where do I put these? Hey, what's happening, Derek? Did you need help with something? I was just coming in to ask you about something. It was... Oh, right, medication for the guilt patients. Post-op medication? As far as I know, there hasn't been any... Oh, well, okay, if you don't know, then I'll just... Sorry to bother you, see you later, okay? Wait, Derek. I've been meaning to show you something. You would have found out about it sooner or later anyway. What? I swear I didn't. Follow me. Recovery ward, room 305. Hey Tyler. How are you doing, Amy? Not so good. Oh, that sucks. Sorry I made you get up. Derek, this is my sister Amy. She's been hospitalized here for 2 years. You mean she's infected with guilt? Yeah. Amy's condition is the reason I came here in the first place. Amy, this is Derek Styles. He's an old friend of mine. He's going to be treating you, so go easy on him, okay? Okay. Did you come to examine her again, Dr. Chase? Leslie Sears, age 26, one of the many nurses on staff at Caduceus. She currently looks after several guilt patients, including Amy Chase. Nah, I just came to see how my little sis was holding up. Oh, I see. Amy hasn't been doing her homework lately. I was actually hoping you could talk to her about that. But it's so boring. Sis, if you slack off, you'll end up dumb like your big brother. You want people to know how smart you are, don't ya? Think about it, okay? Anyway, big bro's gotta run. But I'll visit you again tomorrow. You must be going through a lot, Tyler. Yeah, I guess it's payback for what I've been doing, huh? Huh? Look, dude, I know you saw my paper in that letter. I've been practicing euthanasia ever since I graduated. That's my deep, dark secret. I'd heard rumors, but I never thought the death doctor could be someone like you. Why would you do that? One of the professors I had before we met died of cancer. It was already too late when they found it. Professor Bonka told me that himself. All he had left to look forward to were a few weeks of suffering and painful treatments. Good people shouldn't have to go through pain like that before they die. so I gave him the gift of a painless death. But that's... Of course people would prefer to live, it's only natural. But if everything causes pain, and there's no chance of recovery, then are you really living? No, you're just sticking around so other people don't feel bad. That isn't true. I know it's naive, but I knew there might be consequences when I started doing it. You probably think it's just suicide, or worse, murder. But things are different now. I have to be there for Amy. If you're gonna turn me in, at least wait until Amy's gone, okay? You aren't doing that to Amy. I won't let you. Something precious. Oh man, this was a hard operation on the original one, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, guys. Episode 4, Something Precious. Doctor, quickly, Amy's condition is getting worse. Her vitals are dropping, and she's losing consciousness. What? Everyone prepare for surgery. Angie, bring in the patient. I'll meet you in the OR. Hurry. Yes, sir. Tyler, this is an emergency. Come on, hurry. What are you doing? Let's go. You can't operate on her. What? I have to. Haven't you seen the PET results? The guilt's already migrating. Her respiratory system's in trouble, and her digestive tract is next. What are we supposed to do? Are you just going to watch her die? Do you have any idea how many things we've tried? Dr. Clark's couldn't help, and he's the best there is. All he could do is thin out some of the tumors. I just watch her get weaker, day by day. Amy doesn't have a lot of time left. What are we supposed to do? I'll tell you, we're supposed to leave her alone so she doesn't have to suffer. Do you really think cutting her open again and again is going to do anything? So what? You want us to watch guilt tear her apart? You don't get it. She doesn't need to go through all this suffering. Even if this operation helps, she might never open her eyes again. She'll just be connected to some machine, waiting to die. If that's the case, then I'd rather send her off myself. You call yourself a doctor? I'm Amy's brother before I'm a doctor. You think I'm going to watch my sister suffer just because that's my job? I don't care if I lose my license. We're talking about my sister. What are you still doing here? Hurry up. Dr. Clark's? We may not be able to operate. What? The guilt's in her lungs. It moved a lot faster than we expected. Ooh, guys, I'm getting tongue twisted today. Sorry. And I'm afraid she's not strong enough to survive the surgery. What if we separate the operation into 2 procedures? No good. If we don't extract the guilt entirely, we'll be right back where we started. Now do you get it, Derek? This is how it always works. I always knew it would come down to something like this. I'll operate on her. She'll be okay if we can extract all of it, right? Leave her alone, you bastard. With the healing touch, it might be possible. Tyler. Amy. Tyler, please do the operation. I know you could hear us. Aren't you scared? No, I'll be fine. You work so hard to become a doctor. I'm going to try hard, too. I'm glad that you are a good doctor. I thought I was doing what was best for Amy, but I was just being a coward. I didn't even consider what she wanted. Derek, can you handle this operation for me? I don't deserve to touch her, not with these hands. I joined Caduceus so I could help people. What about you, Dr. Chase? Shouldn't we do everything we can if it might save a person's life? Yeah. Dr. Chase, please brief Dr. Stiles on the Deftera strain of guilt. Yeah, no problem. Hang in there, sis. We'll be right back. Amy Chase, Chiral reaction positive. Diphtheria bodies detected. Complete removal from the stomach and lungs is required. So guys, this is our first two-part operation. We're gonna have to remove the gilt from her stomach and then from her lungs, and this is a hard operation. The diphtheria is basically a tumor, a really gnarly one. It replicates its DNA while actively moving throughout the body. A tumor that moves? That's impossible. Well, to be fair, moving is kind of a bad way to describe it. It copies itself to other locations, so it just looks like it's moving. Basically, it keeps on replicating its DNA and creating new tumors. That's horrible. Good news though, we might just know its weak point. What is it? Diphtheria comes in two flavors. We'll call them type A and type B. Type A's and type B's like to eat each other when they meet up, but they're both equally strong, so they just kind of stall there. And if they're not moving, they're just like any other old tumor, right? So after we drain the gilt's tissue, we can just excise it. Hopefully. I mean, this is all theoretical. One wrong move and they multiply, so there's no room for trial and error. It's not like we could safely test the theory before trying it. But you have the healing touch. I've seen you use it, man. It's amazing. If anyone can save Amy now, I know it's you. I don't need to tell you the objective of this operation, do I? Remove the gilt from the patient's stomach and lungs. That's all. Just save her, man. All that stuff I said before, just forget it. Please, Derek.
Give up.
I understand, Tyler. Whew, this is going to be a tough operation, guys.
There isn't much time.
Alright, let's see if we can get her vitals up a little bit, because we are definitely going to need it for this one. Alright.
Doctor.
So, we're gonna just treat these like...
Proceed as normal.
These ones you can just kinda...
We've located the gilt.
Okay. These two need to meet up. And then you can drain the stuff from it. I'm gonna clean these up for a
Doctor.
while.
Chiral reaction decreasing.
Gonna clean up these little tumors because they can
Chiral
suck a
reaction
lot of the
decreasing.
health out. Alright.
Hurry.
Goes berserk after you do it the first
Doctor.
time. I know, but we have to treat one thing at a time. The next part is not going to be easy at all, guys, because we have two of those to deal with at the same time. And you see how quickly they get rid of stuff. Get rid of vitals. They're a major drain.
Good news.
Okay.
We can do this.
Oh god, this is gonna be hard. It's going to be very hard. Okay. So... Get rid of these. Get rid of this. So far it's being pretty compliant, which is a huge surprise. Hurry up and get rid of this.
The chiral reaction is dropping. Vitals dropping.
Need to get rid of some of these tumors. We also have to get her vitals up a little bit. We can just get some of this out of the way. It's really a race, guys. It's very narrow. Yeah, we failed. First time. Okay guys, let's give it a second try. It's all about speed. I just need to be pretty quick.
There isn't much time.
I think I'm gonna actually have to use the healing touch this time around, too.
Doctor, proceed as normal.
Alright.
We've located the guild.
Get rid of these tumors as they form.
Doctor!
Make sure the vitals stay up.
Battle reaction decreasing.
So far, so
Battle
good.
reaction decreasing. Hurry! Amazing! Doctor!
So far, so good, guys. That's the easy part of the operation, as I'm sure you've seen.
Good news!
Okay. Part 2.
We can do this.
Make sure these don't go too far. Too many of these tumors form, guys, or else her vitals will plummet.
Doctor! Vitals dropping.
Like so. This way it's easier to recover. And she does get these. Now let's focus on getting this out of here. Raise the vitals up a little bit so that we can actually do some work here. Alright. We got it.
Reaction is negative.
Let's get these tumors out. And the operation's done. One failure, but I think once we got the hang of it, we did well. Fortunately, there are strains of guilt that are harder to do than this one. But it's definitely one of my least favorite of the strains to work on. And we're good. Now let's see our score. I bet it's a C. Yep. Derek, it's your decision, man. If you want to turn me in, do it. I'll resign, if that's what it takes. I don't care. I'm just glad Amy's okay. Thanks, Dareth. I want you to do me a favor. Huh? Re-edit that thesis you wrote and offer it to Caduceus. You feeling okay, dude? Tyler, you've always been good at writing detailed papers. Despite how you used the research, your thesis was no exception. Eliminating pain and suffering, facing death, doctors and patients can both benefit from your research. Find a way to use that information to save people's lives. That's all I ask. No problem. You got it, bro. Oh, there you are. Amy's going to be awake soon. Let's go check on her then. What do you think, big brother? Hey, don't call me that. Alright guys, we had a lot of story this time around. We had our introduction to the cast of Hope Hospital. We had the sort of relationship between Derek and his former colleague Tyler. And then we had our first run-in with a new type of guilt called Deftera. So this is kind of just easing us into getting to know the cast a little bit and then expanding the types of strains of guilt that we're looking at. So it was a little bit short today. I mean, we only got to do about 2 operations, but there was a lot of dialogue, and the operations this time were more challenging. So I'm going to leave the episode right here, and then next time we will go into episode 5, International Conference. So, as always, let me know what you thought. Leave a comment below, like, or if you want to see more of my stuff or just know when my stuff is coming out, then subscribe. So this is ShyGamerMaile signing out. See you guys later. Bye!